How does Countryside Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Jackson sell more vehicles than any other dealership in the area? It's simple. We have the most inventory. Regardless if you're looking for a new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram, or a high-quality, low-mileage pre-owned vehicle, we've got something for everybody. Be sure to check out our huge online inventory at countrysideautomotive.com, and let's make 2025 the time to find your new ride at Countryside.
Campus life at Gordon State College is all about moving forward together. With a vibrant student community and hundreds of organized activities, there's no limit to how much you can get involved. At our Student Activity and Recreation Center, meet up with friends to play video games, start a workout regimen, and even host a movie night. Join an intercollegiate or club sports program like baseball, basketball, volleyball, or golf. Break a sweat with your favorite intramural sport, fitness squad, or one-on-one match. Or grab a group of friends and cheer on your Highlanders from the stands. Beyond academics, Highlander Nation is a place to connect with one another and build lifelong friendships. Get involved with a student organization or a club that aligns with your passions. Students can connect with our community through theater productions, service projects, or speaker series. Whether you live on campus or off, students can enjoy it all. Learn more about getting involved in Gordon State College campus life. Visit the Student Life Office today.
Talking to me? I'm trying to stay in close.
Good job, Bailey. Good job, Bailey. Let's go, Red. Good job, Jay. Turn. Check to her, Marty. Check to her. Off your feet. Off your feet. Buena. No way.
Not even close, dude.
That's not a bad idea. They're facing the sun.
Hey.
That might be an option for us.
Good ball, Rose.
Check one.
There you go. Keep it up. Yeah, he was like...
Check one. 1 2. 1 2. Check. All right, well, thankfully, it looks like we have our audio issues taken care of now, so we're glad to have you back here on the broadcast. You have not missed a thing so far. It is still scoreless as we are just about 13 minutes into the opening half here at Gordon State College. If you're just tuning into the broadcast, welcome to Gordon State College in Barnesville. Got a sunny October afternoon here in Barnesville, Georgia. First place on the line today between the two teams. Gordon State College, that's the Highlanders. They are the team in white, facing off today against the Hawks from South Georgia State College. Second meeting of the season between the two teams here today. Gordon State won the first one back in late September. That was on September the 29th, a 2-0 victory for the Highlanders. And again, the winner of this one here today will control the top spot in the conference standings. Again, no score so far, just a couple of shots on goal for each team early on. Highlanders on the season 7-2-1 overall, 6-1-1 in conference play. South Georgia State 8-2 overall, 8-1 in conference play. They had a big win on Monday. They took down Oxford by a final of 5-0 in that game. Highlanders tied Oxford a week ago. That was their previous match. So here's how it works. It's very simple. If South Georgia State wins this one today, they will clinch the number 1 seed in the conference and host the first round of the conference tournament, which should start next Tuesday, the 21st. If the Highlanders should win this match, as we have another shot just wide of the goal, if the Highlanders win this one, then Gordon State will control its own destiny and can clinch the top spot in the conference standings on Thursday. Tomorrow night is 6:30. We will wrap up our regular season against Andrew College. That game was originally scheduled for Friday at 2 p.m., but now it will be played tomorrow night at 6:30. So, again, these two teams, more than likely, will be the 1 and the 2 seed come conference tournament time next week. The question is, who will be 1 and who will be 2? That is what we're going to find out here today. Again, second meeting of the season between the two teams. Highlanders won the first one 2-0, as now the Hawks will push it upfield. Good defense here from Gordon State. Again, Gordon State, the team in the white tops and the white shorts. South Georgia State in those scarlet maroon tops and the blue pants here today. Just about 15 minutes into the first half. No score. First game in a week here for the Highlanders. Again, last time we played, it was last Wednesday. Finished that game in a 2-2 draw against Oxford. That was a blessing for the Highlanders because we were down 2-1. And in the final seconds of that match last Wednesday, we got a late goal with inside 60 seconds left to play. And finished in a 2-2 draw against Oxford. Well, then South Georgia State saw Oxford earlier this week on Monday, took care of the Eagles by a final of 5-0 Monday night. So first place on the line here today. This is the final game of the regular season for South Georgia State. Again, they're sitting at 8-1 in conference play. Their only loss came to the Highlanders. Hawks push up, looking across the center, have a good look, but still trying, and there is a goal for the Hawks. Right over the heads of the Highlander goalkeeper. Bailey Maroney, number 8, has the first goal of the game. And the Hawks strike first. Right at the 28-minute mark, number 8, Bailey Maroney puts it in. First goal of the match. It's 1-0 for the Hawks. And that is the first goal the Highlanders have given up to South Georgia this season. Last time these two teams met, the 2 goals for the Highlanders were scored by number 4, Kara Bishop, and number 8, Georgia Fillingham. It was a scoreless game at halftime in the first meeting, and then the Highlanders scored 2 in the second half. And now they're playing from behind here today, down 1-0 after the goal by Maroney, and now we'll have a whistle. Inside 28 minutes to play in the opening half. Again, if you're just tuned in, thank you for joining us here on the K13 Media YouTube channel. We apologize for the audio issues we were having a few moments ago, but it looks like we've got everything cleared away and good to go. At least sounds that way on our end. If you can see us and hear us on your end, be sure to drop us a comment. Let us know. Love to know where you're watching from today. I want to welcome all of our fans here today from Gordon State College. Also want to welcome everybody from South Georgia State who is on the broadcast here this afternoon. It is a gorgeous 83-degree Wednesday afternoon here in Barnesville. It is warm, but it is a great day to be outside. Got the fans here with us, catching some tan here today as the Highlanders now trying to tie it up, down 1-0. One early goal so far. Bailey Maroney, number 8, snuck it in right over the head of Rebecca Tanner, the goalkeeper for the Highlanders. Gordon State has definitely been a second-half team this season. Still got plenty of time here in this first half, though, to try to get on the board and tie this match. Only game in the conference here this afternoon. Highlanders and the Hawks. And here's Maroney with it now, looking upfield. And there to kick it out of bounds. A good play by the Highlanders defensively. Carissa Thompson, number 21, is there to cut off number 12, Madeline Forschler. South Georgia State, again, sitting at 8-1 in the conference. Gordon State, 6-1-1. Georgia Military, 6-3-1. Central Georgia Tech, 3-6-1. Along with Oxford at 3-6-1. And then Andrew College is currently 0-9 on the season. So the top 4 teams will go into the conference tournament that will begin next Tuesday. Top 2 seeds will host. Now, we know for sure that South Georgia State will at least get a 1 or a 2 seed based on their record. The Highlanders could go anywhere from as high as number 1 or to number 3. If they take care of business today and tomorrow, they'll get the number 1 seed in the tournament. Should the Highlanders lose today but win tomorrow, they'll claim the 2 seed. And if the Highlanders should falter and lose today and tomorrow, then we get into a tiebreaker situation with Georgia Military. And then it'd have to go even further than that because the 2 teams beat each other in their head-to-head matches this season. So, again, the Highlanders could go as high as 1. They could finish 2 or could finish 3. And right now, Gordon State trailing 1-0 midway through the first half here on a pleasant Wednesday afternoon at Gordon State College. Glad to have you here with us. Got a free kick coming up here for the Hawks. And it's a good-looking shot, but right into the hands of Tanner. And now Tanner will clear it away for Gordon State. Rosa Williams, number 19, throwing it in here for the Hawks. A goal in the 27th minute by Bailey Maroney. So far, the only score of the contest. Corner kick coming up here for the Hawks. And a good look right in front of the goal, and there is another score for the Hawks. Executed perfectly. And with the header, number 17, Addie Miller. So a perfect header by Miller on the corner, and it's quickly 2-0 South Georgia State on top of the Highlanders. Yeah, while we have a timeout in the action, let's welcome you inside for the first time this afternoon to the Advanced Roofing and Interiors broadcast booth. Glad to have everybody here on the YouTube feed with us. Welcome in, everyone. I'm Chad Feltman with K13 Media, coming to you live today from Gordon State College. Again, sorry for the technical issues to get us started here this afternoon, but you haven't missed anything here today, and South Georgia State already on top early. Again, they put up 5 against Oxford on Monday night, and they are off to a great start here this afternoon with 2 early goals here in the first half. Bailey Maroney and Addie Miller have put goals into the back of the net so far here for South Georgia, who, again, with win here today, will clinch the number 1 seed in the conference tournament that will start on the 21st, which will be next Tuesday. The conference championship will take place next Saturday, the 25th of October. So we do know that these two teams will both be in that conference tournament. It's just a matter of the seeding. And again, if South Georgia State can win this one here today, they will clinch the number 1 seed and host the first round on Tuesday. If Gordon State can come back and win this one and win tomorrow against Andrew, the Highlanders will take the number 1 seed. But still a lot of soccer to be played here this afternoon at Gordon State College, and we're glad to have all of you on the broadcast this afternoon as we are in the 21st minute. Highlander soccer on this beautiful Wednesday afternoon, close to 2:30 Eastern time here in Barnesville. And it is quickly a 2-0 lead here for the Hawks. Again, the first time these two teams met back in late September, Gordon State won 2-0. It was a scoreless game at halftime before the Highlanders scored 2 in the second half from Kara Bishop and Georgia Fillingham. And now the Highlanders trail by 2. South Georgia State off to a great start. They're quickly up by 2. As we come out of the timeout and get ready to get back to action. Again, final game for the Highlanders in the regular season will come tomorrow. We were supposed to play Friday at 2. Now we'll play tomorrow night at 6:30. And we'll wrap up the regular season against Andrew College. The Tigers will come into town tomorrow night. Sophomore night for the Highlanders as well. And we are back to action here at Gordon State. First time the Highlanders beat South Georgia State earlier this season. That was part of their 6-game winning streak they had going. Since then, it hasn't gone quite too well for the Highlanders. A loss And a tie. And here come the Hawks pushing back up the field. Luckily, he didn't get called with a handball there off of Kara Bishop's arm. That was very close. Hawks striking again, trying to get it back to the center of the field. Tanner will come out. And she'll take this one in. Maroney stops it. Swinging it over now to Forschler. Back to Maroney, who has the first goal of the match here today. As we're just about 25 minutes into the opening half. There's the goalkeeper here for South Georgia State, wearing number 1 today, Dayanara Figueroa. Again, the Highlanders have a chance to control their own destiny, but going to have to come back here down 2 goals early on as the Hawks score 2 within 5 minutes. One in the 27th, one in the 22nd. There's another long kick by the Hawks that Tanner will come out and save once again. Boy, South Georgia State very aggressive here in the opening half. Keeping Tanner very busy for the Highlanders. And now Figueroa will kick it here toward us. We'll get a throw in here for the Highlanders, Tatiana McCoy. Felt like she was going to take the throw in, but let's see now. Instead, it's going to be Carissa Thompson, number 21. Thompson, number 21, wearing my wife's number that she wore when she played soccer here at Gordon State. That was just a couple years ago. We'll leave it at that. '21 is the lucky number in our family. Our daughter also wears 21 when she plays soccer. 2-0, first half. Hawks on top. And they have been the aggressive of the two teams so far here in the opening half. And now we're going to have a trip and a whistle. As number 8, Bailey Maroney, went down right here at midfield. Sunny and 83, just a few clouds in the sky here at Gordon State College. Wednesday afternoon, GCAA conference action here with South Georgia State and Gordon State. Again, Highlanders haven't played in a week, coming off that 2-2 draw last Wednesday against Oxford. And very lucky to just get a draw out of that. Again, the Highlanders scored a goal inside of 60 seconds remaining in that match to come away with a 2-2 draw. That was last Wednesday. Monday, earlier this week, South Georgia State took care of Oxford pretty easily, 5-0 in that one. And again, the only loss in the conference so far this season for South Georgia came from Gordon back in late September, a few weeks ago. Closing in here late in the opening half at Gordon State. Great kick by Figueroa to get it all the way up toward midfield. Now Maroney trying to send it back to the center. Another shot, backs Tanner up deep in the goal, and it's just over the top of the goal. From a distance, that one looked pretty good. Hawks threatening once again. Trying to find Maroney. And we're going to have a push here against the Hawks. Rosa Williams, number 19, over the back of Tatiana McCoy. And now to give the Highlanders a free kick right here at midfield. And it'll be Elizabeth Cuviello kicking it for Gordon State. Cuviello had that game-tying score late last Wednesday. Again, inside 1 minute to play. And she's got a good foot into this one, all the way down toward Figueroa, and a late hop will come in. Kara Bishop trying to come in and clean it up. And now Cuviello with the steal. And her kick is well wide to the right. And we'll have a goal kick coming up here for the Hawks with inside about 15 minutes to play in the opening half. Got a sub checking in here for Gordon State. I believe that's Park, number 11. It is. Olivia Park has come in to replace Isabel Tressler, number 12. And here's the goal kick from Figueroa. Thompson comes in, knocks it away. Rosa Williams, number 19, again with another throw in right towards Zipporah Chile. Here's Bishop with it. Now it's cleared out by the Hawks. Fluellen lost her footing, and now the Hawks press once again. Macy Lauren Lanier will clear it out. Park will try to chase it down for Gordon State, but it's going to be intercepted and taken away by Brooke Brantley, number 23. Hawks toward the center. Dangerous play there for Gordon State. Carissa Thompson did not see Riley Lapalo, number 11, sneaking in behind her. Got another sub checking into the game. Checking in is going to be Jelia Neff, number 2. Here's Bailey Maroney. One-on-one with Zipporah Chile. Chile will clear it out as we are inside 13 minutes to play first half. Rosa Williams on the throw-in here for the Hawks, who lead 2-0. Good throw-in by Williams. Neff trying to get it to the center, and a whistle. And that is going to be misfortune for the Highlanders, but a great break here for the Hawks, who should be set up right at the box with a good look here as Kara Bishop was over the back. And I believe Bishop was issued a yellow card. As now number 3, Jelia Neff will come on for the free kick just outside the box. I mean, barely outside. Good look there in our camera. Michael Penn on the camera work for us here today. Here's Neff. She'll send it over. Kick is up, and it's off the top of the goal. A good look from Neff. She trying to find Addie Miller, who already has one goal in the match today, and Miller just missed her second by a few inches. So it remains 2-0. Hawks on top. Here's Miller now working with it. Sending it back toward midfield to Neff, who will now send it back even further. Hogs working the offense right at midfield. Coming up in front of the Highlander bench. And a collision that will send it out of bounds. Right at the 10-minute mark remaining, first half here at Gordon State College. Chile with good defense on Ansley Hernandez. And it'll be a corner kick here for the Hawks. Had a great corner kick just about 13 minutes ago that ended in a goal off the head of Addie Miller. And the Hogs once again, Rosa Williams, number 19, will take the corner. She's ready. And here it is. It's up high. Miller off the head again, and Tanner will clear it out. Great play by Rebecca Tanner. Addie Miller almost had another header in here in the first half. No foul called. Like Miller got in there and got tangled up with Kara Bishop, number 4. No foul called. We play on. Two-0. Late first half. It has been all Hawks so far. They've scored 2, almost scored 2 more. One goal at the 27th minute by Bailey Maroney, number 8, who has the ball now. Another collision. No whistle. We'll play on. Had a pair of threes going at that one. Jelia Neff for the Hawks. Macy Lauren Lanier for the Highlanders tangled up. Another kick right in front of the goal. Good cross. Kick is going to be just wide of the goal to the left. Riley Lapallo, number 11, with a shot on that one. A little off to the left. Inside 8 minutes in the opening half. Again, winner of this one will take sole possession of first place in the conference. If South Georgia State wins this one, they will clinch the number 1 seed for next week's conference tournament. Highlanders need a win today and tomorrow against Andrew College to take the number 1 seed. Trailing 2-0 right now as Tatiana McCoy comes and gets tangled up with Lapallo. Going to be a throw-in for the Hawks. Cuviello working it across midfield. Has it stolen by Riley Fisher. Fisher over to Neff. Neff up to the center trying to find Maroney. It's knocked away by Chile. And the Highlanders once again just have to clear it out. Tried to anyway, but it stayed in bounds. And now stolen by the Hawks. Shot on goal is a little wide. Lapallo was down in the box, but the pass was a little too far past her. Under 7 minutes to play, first half. Rebecca Tanner will kick it out for the Highlanders. She'll send it up to Chile. They will try to find McCoy. But it's off of Williams' head, and then it's right over to Bishop. Bishop to Miller. Miller with one goal, almost had a second goal on that second corner. Hit the bar right at the top of the goal, about 6 inches lower, and she would have 2 goals in the game. And now we'll have a goal kick here for the Highlanders. Another sub checking in for Gordon State. Tressler, number 12, will come in and replace Lisbeth Ramirez, number 9. At the 6-minute mark, opening half at Gordon State College. Glad to have you here with us on a beautiful sun-drenched Wednesday afternoon in Barnesville, Georgia. 83 degrees, just a few lazy clouds hanging around in the sky. There's Cheeley with the kick. Trying to find Bishop. Now it's controlled by the Hawks. Here's Maroney. She's got a goal that came in the 27th minute. And now she's getting tangled up. We're going to have a Highlander throw in. Or are we? No, it's going to be the Hawks ball. Clock ticks right at the 5-minute mark, first half. Had a foul called here, so a free kick coming up for the Hawks. And it's going to be intercepted by Gordon State. Brooke Brantley had the kick there for the Hawks, who lead by 2 late in the first half. Yeah, it looks like we'll have another sub check into the game for the Hawks. It'll be number 14, Andrea Kova. Hawks with the lead, Hawks with the ball. Late first half here at Gordon State. Second meeting of the year between the two teams as this one is taken by Tanner on one hop. Not a bad idea. Good look by the Hawks. Riley Fisher, number 10. Here's Kara Bishop now. Bishop and Tatiana McCoy. Bishop trying to lead McCoy, and it's just out of bounds. Yeah, we'll have a throw in here for the Hawks. That's the first time we've even been in South Georgia State territory in quite a while. We're down 2, late first half, inside 4 minutes to play before halftime. Hawks are pushing. And it's going to be deflected by Gordon State. Cuviello, number 7, using her body to send that one out of play. And we should have another corner coming up here for the Hawks. We will. Rosa Williams, number 19, will kick it again. So far, a goal on a corner kick and one that hit just off the top of the post on a corner kick. Williams is ready, and here it is. Another good kick from the corner right off the side of the net. So nothing working on that one as we're now inside 3 minutes to play first half. Hawks up by 2. Tressler trying to lead some offense. Nobody back home for the Highlanders. As Dinara Figueroa, the goalie, will come out and send it up to Williams. Williams upfield. Off the head of Cuviello, but it goes the wrong way. Nice sliding try by Cuviello, but it went out of bounds. We'll have a throw in here for the Hawks. A goal with 27 minutes to play. The first goal by Bailey Maroney. And just 5 minutes after that, Addie Miller, number 17, on a header off a corner, put one in. Those are the 2 goals so far. Again, they came in the 27th and 22nd minute first half. As we are now coming up on the 1 minute mark of the first half. Just a little over 1 minute to play before halftime. And that will take us to the half. So the first half is in the books here at Gordon State College. Goals by Bailey Maroney in the 27th minute and Addie Miller in the 22nd. The 2 goals so far in the contest as we have reached halftime. Gordon State College is 2-0 South Georgia State on top.
Highlanders Forward is more than a rallying cry. It's a way of being. At Gordon State College, Highlanders move towards a bright future with an affordable, high-quality education that sets them up for lifelong success. Our students pursue their passions through nearly 30 exceptional degree programs that lead to exciting careers across the globe. They work towards academic excellence in challenging courses taught by exceptional faculty who support them along the way. They evolve as global citizens through study abroad programs, career-focused internships, and meaningful research and service initiatives that connect them to the world they live in. As graduates, Highlanders move confidently into their futures after earning valuable degrees at a fraction of the cost elsewhere. Gordon State College is the place where forward thinkers launch their dreams and shape better lives for themselves and their families. Start the journey to your future at Gordon State College. Apply today.
Some people just prefer a pre-owned vehicle over a new vehicle, and that's perfectly fine with us at the Countryside Pre-Owned Supercenter in downtown Jackson. Cars, trucks, vans, Jeeps, SUVs, we've got them. Financing or cash cars. Sometimes we've even got campers, boats, jet skis, and motorcycles. If pre-owned is your thing, then stop by and see us Monday through Saturday at the Countryside Pre-Owned Supercenter, located next to Piggly Wiggly in downtown Jackson.
Highlanders Forward is more than a rallying cry. It's a way of being. At Gordon State College, Highlanders move towards a bright future with an affordable, high-quality education that sets them up for lifelong success. Our students pursue their passions through nearly 30 exceptional degree programs that lead to exciting careers across the globe. They work towards academic excellence in challenging courses taught by exceptional faculty who support them along the way. They evolve as global citizens through study abroad programs, career-focused internships, and meaningful research and service initiatives that connect them to the world they live in. As graduates, Highlanders move confidently into their futures after earning valuable degrees at a fraction of the cost elsewhere. Gordon State College is the place where forward thinkers launch their dreams and shape better lives for themselves and their families. Start the journey to your future at Gordon State College. Apply today.
Welcome back, getting you ready for the start of the second half here at Gordon State College in Barnesville. As you can see on your screen, our current score is 2-0. South Georgia State is on top as we welcome you back inside the Advanced Roofing and Interiors broadcast booth. Glad to have you here with us this afternoon. A very aggressive first half here today for South Georgia State. Goals in the 27th minute, first one from Bailey Maroney, and then just a few minutes later in the 22nd minute, we had Addie Miller who knocked one in on a great header off a corner kick. Almost had 2 goals in that first half on another corner kick a little bit later, so that's where we stand right now as we get ready to start the second half. It is 2-0 South Georgia State. And again, South Georgia State with a win here today will clinch the number 1 seed in the conference tournament that will start next Tuesday, the 21st. Highlanders need a comeback and need a win. And then a win in tomorrow night's regular season finale as we are underway, start of the second half. Highlanders really not even close in that first half to putting anything in the net. It was all South Georgia State. Tanner way out of the box will clear it away. Tanner had to come a long way to get that one for the Highlanders. Again, goals by Bailey Maroney and Addie Miller in the first half for the Hawks. It could have easily been 4 goals in the first half. Again, another corner kick and another header by Miller. Hit off the top of the goal, right on that top bar. Or we could easily be looking at a 4-goal lead here for the Hawks. But the Highlanders with a throw-in. Trying to find Kara Bishop, but it's going to be taken away and knocked out of bounds by Jelaya Neff, number 3. South Georgia State led by their head coach, Lisa Gonzalez, who has been with the program since 2023. First-year head coach for the Highlanders, Coach Kenneth Fasahini. Against South Georgia State coming off a big win on Monday. They took down Oxford 5-0 Monday night. This is the Highlanders' first game in a week. Last time we were in action was last Wednesday night. We also took on Oxford. Finished that game in a 2-2 draw after we scored in the final 60 seconds of the second half. So we're going to have to get aggressive here in this second half. Again, we scored 2 goals in the second half against South Georgia State in our first meeting of the year. Won that contest 2-0. Shot taken by Tanner. And a good stop there by Tanner as Jelaya Neff sent one toward the goal. But in that first match in the end of September, Kara Bishop, number 4, Georgia Fillingham, number 8, had the 2 goals for the Highlanders in that shutout victory on the road. And we have definitely been a second-half team this season. There's no doubt about it, as Park has one deflected.
Good job, Jay.
If you're just tuning in, welcome. Glad to have everybody on the broadcast here today from Gordon State College. We're in Barnesville, Georgia. Sitting right in between Atlanta and Macon, almost smack dab in the middle. In Lamar County, a gorgeous 83-degree sunny afternoon, and a whistle and a foul going to be called here on number 14, Andrea Kova, as she got tangled up with number 11, Olivia Park. Chile will send it downfield. Cuviello takes a shove from behind, but able to control the ball for now. She'll send it toward the net, and just a little wide to the left. That's the closest we've been all day. Elizabeth Cuviello, a little wide to the left, but hey, at least it was something. Dayanara Figueroa, goalkeeper for the Hawks, will send it out. And here comes South Georgia State pushing upfield. Isabel Tressler trying to clear it away, but it's back to Maroney. She had the first goal today.
Good job, Maddie. Good job, Jay. Find Riley. Good. Go, Riley. Time.
5 minutes into the second half. Here's Maroney looking forward, trying to find Cifuentes, and she'll send it toward the goal. Header is too high and over the goal off the head of Andrea Kova. A great cross.
Great service, Maria.
And Kova just a little too hard off the head. But a really good look for the Hawks. Zipporah Chile here on the goal kick for the Highlanders. Get it up toward midfield. Tressler will clear it away. Up toward midfield to Fillingham. Cuviello bringing it up. Cuviello still coming. A good slide and a takeaway for a moment. And now a push, but no call, and it's cleared. Cuviello looking for a whistle, but did not get a call. Brooke Brantley, number 23, there to play it, along with Addie Miller, number 17. Good defense from the Hawks. And now Gordon State will have a corner. It's going to be Tressler on the corner kick. Here it is. Header too high from Tatiana McCoy. Great corner from Tressler. Tatiana with the header just a little too strong. And the Highlanders still looking for their first goal. Tressler will intercept the pass for the Highlanders. We've had a couple of good looks here in the second half.
Good job, Andrea. Buena, buena.
Once again today for South Georgia State, their final game of the regular season. Highlanders have one more to go. That'll come tomorrow night. We'll be right back here at 6:30 tomorrow evening. Andrew College will be making the trip from Cuthbert, Georgia. About a 3-hour ride from South Georgia. And we'll have that one starting tomorrow night at 6:30. Hogs trying to get it toward the center again. Wide open look. Way too strong there. From Forschler, number 12, Madeline Forschler. Again, if we win tonight or tomorrow, either one of these final 2 games, then we will host a conference tournament game next Tuesday. If we can find a way to win both, we'll be the regular season champs and control the number 1 seed. But we've got to get at least one of these. Feel pretty good about taking on Andrew College tomorrow night. Of course, you never want to assume or look ahead, but it has not been a good season for Andrew College. They are currently 0-12 overall, 0-9 in the conference. We beat them in our first match of the season 10-0 back in August. So you would think we should be able to take care of business again. But, again, you never want to assume. Anything could happen. Here's Neff being played by Elizabeth Ramirez. And another whistle. It will be Highlander ball. South Georgia sitting at 8-1 in the conference. Gordon 6-1-1. Georgia Military 6-3-1. All 3 of those teams will go to the conference tournament. Then you have Central Georgia Tech and Oxford, both sitting at 3-6-1. So we'll have to go to a tiebreaker to see who's going to get the number 4 seed. But talking with Coach Gonzalez before the broadcast today, she says she feels like it should be Central Georgia Tech with the 4 seed based on the tiebreakers. So if that stands true, then it'll be Andrew College and Oxford who will be left out of the conference tournament. 1 will play number 4. 2 will play number 3. That'll be coming up on Tuesday. And those 2 winners will play in the conference title game on Saturday, October the 25th at the higher seed. Here's Maroney trying to get it in front, but is kicked away by Chile. Filling him there with the header, but is controlled by Neff. Trying to get a good angle, and it's going to be almost cleared out by the Highlanders off the foot of Kara Bishop. A turn and a kick. Sliding dive knocked out of play by the Highlanders. That was Elizabeth Ramirez, number 9, able to save the day for Gordon State. Looked like it was going to be Andrea Kova, number 14, who was going to have another good look, but Ramirez was there to send it away. And now we'll get another corner. Once again, number 19, Rosa Williams. This is her 4th corner of the day. And here it comes. Right toward the center of the net, and a diving stop by Rebecca Tanner. That was a low line drive. Williams wasn't able to get any air underneath that one. Tanner with a nice stop. Highlanders needing some offense. We're just about 15 minutes into the second half. Here's Miller upfield to Cifuentes, who is played by Ramirez. Hogs will have a throw in. Tressler there to break it up for a moment. Over to Neff, that will try to send it in front of the net, but it's going to be knocked out of bounds. Last touch by the Highlanders. Zipporah Chile, number 16, again with great defense. And we should have a corner coming up. We will indeed. Cifuentes, number 20. We'll use that right foot. She's ready, and here it comes right in front of the net, and another header. A little too high. Once again, it was Addie Miller, number 17. She just missed another one. She scored on one corner kick earlier today. That came back in the 22nd minute of the first half. Another corner kick. She hit one off the top of the crossbar, and that one just a little too high over Tanner. And the net for the Hawks as Tressler will break it up. Highlanders trying to get some offense going. Down 2-0 second half. McCoy being played by Williams, who will push it up. Highlanders have really only had about 3 good looks on offense here today. 2 of them have come here in the second half, right out of the gate. But other than that, we've just have not attacked at all during this match. McCoy with the throw in. No foul called. We play on. Ramirez will chase it back to Tanner, who will come out. Here's Maroney. Takova trying to get it back to Maroney, and it's going to be cleared out by the Highlanders. Throw in coming up here for Gordon State. That one kicked a little too hard by number 10, Riley Fisher. Well, the Highlanders beat the Hawks 2-0 back at the end of September. Today it's the Hawks leading the Highlanders by that same score. Less than 30 minutes to play here in the second half. Here's Addie Miller. She's got a goal today. Almost has 3 goals. She's missed a couple of headers on corner kicks today. We'd be talking about number 17 with a hat trick this afternoon. Hawks are trying their hardest to find number 20, Maria Cifuentes, here in this second half. And it looks like we're going to have a sub into the game. Lisbeth Ramirez, number 9, is going to check out. Coming in, number 10, Sydney Fluellen. Fluellen will throw it in here for the Highlanders. And it's going to go right off the leg of Kara Bishop. And the Hawks will have it. Just trying to find a spark here in the second half. Here's Cifuentes trying to get it in front of the goal. And a save by Tanner. Nandi Carpenter, number 9, with a left foot attempt. Llewellyn trying to get it up. And kicks it out of bounds, trying to find Tressler. And another sub here for the Hawks. Coming in is going to be number 5, Jordan Tillman, and she will replace number 12, Madeline Forschler. Almost 20 minutes into the second half. Wind really starting to pick up here at Gordon State College. Here's Cifuentes. Again with Carpenter. Llewellyn there to block it up. And now the Highlanders push forward. It's Tatiana McCoy. Can't get anything happening at midfield. And here come the Hawks with another good look. Shot is just wide. Andrea Kova, number 14, with some fancy footwork, was able to get behind the defense, but pushed it just wide.
Go, Red. You're doing all this work. Reward it. Let's go.
20 minutes into the second half, 25 minutes left to play. 2-0, Hawks on top. As the poor Chile will clear it all the way up toward midfield, trying to find Tatiana McCoy. There's Kara Bishop with it. Kara trying to find McCoy, who's in a foot race. Tatiana with a good look, sends it forward to Fillingham, and there's a goal for the Highlanders. Finally, Gordon State gets on the board with 24 minutes left in the second half. Kara Bishop to Tatiana McCoy, up to Georgia Fillingham, who puts it in to make it a 2-1 game. That's Fillingham's second goal of the season against South Georgia State. She also had a second half goal in the first meeting of the year. Absolutely beautiful from start to finish. And it's now 2-1. Here's Carpenter with a good look, and she'll push it wide to the right. Boy, things would get very interesting should this one end in a tie today. I know there's a lot of looking ahead and things that could happen and might happen, but we definitely have to go to the tiebreaker rules. If this one ends in a tie and the Highlanders win tomorrow, that would be very interesting. Both of these teams would have the same conference record. But I guess with the Highlanders having a win and a tie, I would imagine that would give them the tiebreaker advantage. A win and a tie versus a loss and a tie. But again, still a lot of soccer to be played. 23 minutes remaining in the second half. goal by Georgia Fillingham. In the 24th minute here in the second half. And here come the Highlanders once again. Close to being a handball on that one, like it right off the arm of Brooke Brantley, number 23. And now Carpenter will take the steal from Fluellen. Carpenter with a shot, and there is Tanner to fall on top of it. It almost squirted underneath her, but she was able to get back to it just in time. Here's Tressler with it for Gordon State. Highlanders will have a throw-in, it looks like, here in midfield. 2-1 game. Highlanders with the throw-in, trying to tie it. Again, we just got on the board after a goal by Georgia Fillingham. Number 8 for Gordon State. Here's Neff trying to get it up to Carpenter, who has a look wide open, and a great block by Tanner. Nandi Carpenter, number 9, had a wide open look, but there was Rebecca Tanner to knock it away. And a couple of subs checking into the match now. Checking in for the Hawks is going to be number 7, Ansley Hernandez. She will replace Nandi Carpenter, number 9. Carpenter with a much-needed break. She has been busy here in the second half. Corner kick by the Hawks. Here it comes. Addie Miller, number 17, again a little too strong. It looks like it was last touched by Gordon State. So we'll do it again. Cifuentes with another corner. This one much higher in front of the goal. And nothing doing there for the Hawks. And here comes Gordon State. Fillingham has it. Over to Cuviello. And it's broken up. Great pass down to Cifuentes, number 20. She'll send it toward the goal, and Tanner will have to come out. Cifuentes was trying to find a hard-charging Bailey Maroney, who has 1 goal in the match. That came back in the first half. Here's Neff to Cifuentes with a shot just over the goal. And a goal kick coming for Gordon State. It actually looks like we're going to have a timeout taken. So it's out of 19 minutes to play. Here in the second half, it's 2-1. South Georgia State is on top. A goal by Georgia Fillingham has cut the deficit in half here in the second half in Barnesville.
Campus life at Gordon State College is all about moving forward together. With a vibrant student community and hundreds of organized activities, there's no limit to how much you can get involved. At our Student Activity and Recreation Center, meet up with friends to play video games, start a workout regimen, and even host a movie night. Join an intercollegiate or club sports program like baseball, basketball, volleyball, or golf. Break a sweat with your favorite intramural sport, fitness squad, or one-on-one match. Or grab a group of friends and cheer on your Highlanders from the stands. Beyond academics, Highlander Nation is a place to connect with one another and build lifelong friendships. Get involved with a student organization or a club that aligns with your passions. Students can connect with our community through theater productions, service projects, or speaker series. Whether you live on campus or off, students can enjoy it all. Learn more about getting involved in Gordon State College campus life. Visit the Student Life Office today.
How does Countryside Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Jackson sell more vehicles than any other dealership in the area? It's simple. We have the most inventory. Regardless if you're looking for a new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram, or a high-quality, low-mileage pre-owned vehicle, we've got something for everybody. Be sure to check out our huge online inventory at countrysideautomotive.com, and let's make 2025 the time to find your new ride at Countryside. Welcome back to Barnesville. We're at Gordon State College, home of the Highlanders, here today for K13 Media's live coverage of Highlanders soccer. 2-1 is our score. We have a timeout with less than 19 minutes left in the second half. Want to give a big thank you to a few more of our great partners helping us bring you live coverage of Highlanders soccer today at Gordon. Two-one match. Highlanders just got on the board about 6 minutes ago with a goal by Georgia Fillingham. Her second goal of the season against South Georgia. She also had a second half goal against South Georgia State back on September 29th. And again, first place is on the line here in this one today. If South Georgia State can hold on and win, they will clinch the number 1 seed in the conference tournament for next week. If the Highlanders can come away with a win here today and a win tomorrow against Andrew College, then the Highlanders will take first place in the conference tournament. So still a lot to play for, right at 19 minutes left. Two goals in the first half today for the Hawks. One from Bailey Maroney, the other from Addie Miller. A goal here in the second half for the Highlanders from Georgia Fillingham. Sephora Chile and Rebecca Tanner back for the Highlanders. Here's Chile as Maroney knocks this one off her head and almost deflected it with a shot in front of the goal. Highlanders with another big break there. As Cuviello and Neff will go at each other. It'll be Neff who wins the battle. And here come the Hawks over toward Maroney. Maroney sends it toward the goal. Like we had an offsides call here against South Georgia State. So the Highlanders will take possession. Again, we're back tomorrow night. Final game of the regular season for Gordon State. 6:30 against Andrew College. It will be sophomore night. We hope you can come out and join us. As Chile will send it up toward midfield, played by Kara Bishop. Looked like Neff may have gotten away with very close handball call. That one looked like it was off her wrist. And this one's kicked out of bounds. It will be a throw-in for the Hawks. Maria Cifuentes, number 20, will send it in front of the goal. There's Maroney. And this one nearly ricochets in. Another good block by Tanner. Well, the Highlanders playing with fire. As the Hawks, not once, but twice, with really good looks, but could not cash in. but they'll have another corner. And here it comes. This went off the head of a Highlander. Sitting right back and just to the left of the net by number 10, Riley Fisher. Highlanders down 1. As we have just a little over 16 minutes left in the second half. This could easily be a 4-5-1 match right now. The Hawks have had many, many opportunities. Addie Miller, number 17, could easily have 4 goals by herself. She has 1. As this one's a little too hard for Maroney, and it'll sail out of bounds. She was able to take a corner kick, put a nice header in the back of the net in the first half. Another corner kick from Miller hit right off the top of the bar. Geely to Tressler. Tressler to Park, up to Bishop. Fillingham trying to play it, along with Cuviello. Tough fight here for the ball between Maroney and Lisbeth Ramirez. Highlanders will win the battle. Here comes Kara Bishop. She'll send it up the line. Georgia Fillingham and Addie Miller, 2 goal scorers here today going at it, and Miller will kick it out of bounds. So Georgia Fillingham with a throw-in. Inside 15 minutes to play, second half. Here's McCoy, and it's going to be kicked out of bounds again by Miller. Fillingham on the throw-in, trying to find Kara Bishop. And it'll be last touch by the Highlanders. We'll get a goal kick coming up here for the Hawks. Second match of the week here for South Georgia. They also played Monday night. They took down Oxford 5-0 in that one. Highlanders just need to avoid a loss. Even a tie would be beneficial here today. Again, the last thing the Highlanders want to do is drop today's match and possibly get upset tomorrow. That would put Gordon State in a tie with Georgia Military. And, of course, Gordon and Georgia Military have defeated each other once this season, so we'd have to go to another tiebreaker. Here's Rebecca Tanner. Going to be stolen by Cifuentes. And it's a little too far down, and the Highlanders will get another throw-in. Hogs with the ball, trying to get it toward midfield. Cifuentes with a nice cross. And just a little too far wide. Good cross by Cifuentes. And that one was off the foot of Jordan Tillman, number 5. Right at 12 minutes remaining here in the second half. Tatiana McCoy sending it upfield. Georgia Fillingham fighting for the loose ball. And it will be out of bounds. It will be Highlander ball. Throw in coming up here from Georgia Fillingham. She'll find McCoy, who's trying to find Bishop, but it's going to be cleared out of bounds. Highlanders need a goal late to tie it. We got one late last Wednesday. In the final 60 seconds against Oxford, we were able to put one in, and that one ended in a 2-2 draw. Here's McCoy. Over to Bishop. And Addie Miller will come in and deflect it and knock it out of bounds. Right at 11 minutes remaining in the second half. Corner kick coming up for the Highlanders. Tressler will kick it for Gordon State. Here it comes. Tressler with a nice high kick and a good save by Dinara Figueroa. As we approach 10 minutes left in the second half. Hogs wide open and a good block there by Chile. But a goal on the deflection by the Hawks. She's been there all day and finally got one to sneak in. Jelaya Neff is able to make it a 3-1 contest. So Neff makes it 3-1 Hawks. And now the Highlanders really have to hurry. Less than 10 minutes remaining in the second half. Down 2 is Cuviello looking up for Georgia Fillingham. And stop taken by Dinara Figueroa. Goalkeeper here for the Hawks. Here's Addie Miller. She has a goal today. She's about 7 inches away from a hat trick. She's been that close on several corners today. Hawks up 3-1. Looking to add another one. There's a good feed. But Gordon State will come in and knock it away. That's Lizbeth Ramirez, number 9, with a great defensive work here for Gordon State. And that'll force Maria Cifuentes for a throw-in. And she tried to find Neff, but Janiyah Neff could not control the throw-in. So now it'll be Highlander ball. There's Tressler looking for Park, but a handball going to be called against the Hawks. That was off number 14, Andrea Kova. Kova's had a couple of really good looks. 2 or 3 of them that almost found the back of the net. As the poor Chile will kick it away. Nice kick from Chile. There's Park with it, tripped up, but she's able to hold on. Park shot is wide to the right. Georgia Fillingham couldn't get there in time to do anything with it. Inside 7 minutes to play in the second half. Highlanders need 2 quick goals. We trailed by 2 at halftime. Tanner will come out of the box to take this one. But we did get a goal here in the second half with 24 minutes remaining. Georgia Fillingham on a nice setup from Tatiana McCoy to Kara Bishop to Fillingham, who put it into the back of the net. So far, that's our only goal of the match. As we're getting late in this one today, big thank you for everybody who's tuned in on the broadcast. This is it for South Georgia State, their final game of the regular season. They will be back in action next week for the start of the GCAA Conference Tournament. Highlanders will have one more game to play. That'll be coming up tomorrow night at 6:30. We'll wrap up the regular season against Andrew College, a team we beat 10-0 in our first match of the year. That was back in August. And again, if we can win either one of these final 2 games, whether it be today or tomorrow, then we know we will host a first-round conference tournament game next week. If South Georgia State holds on to win this one, they will be the number 1 seed in that tournament. And we'll have to try to play for the 2 seed tomorrow night. And with just about 5 minutes remaining, unless something crazy happens and happens quickly, that's how it's looking right now as McCoy has it. Tatiana brings it up, tries to get it over. Shot is wide. Tatiana McCoy trying to find Georgia Fillingham. And Georgia's kick, not a lot on it. Pushed wide to the right. Getting a nice pat there from Andy Miller, number 17, who has had quite the day for South Georgia. And it'll result in a goal kick here for the Hawks. Again, 6:30 tomorrow night. We'll wrap up the regular season under the lights here at Gordon State College. Would love to have you down here to join us, but if you can't make it, we'll have the live stream broadcast coming your way. And before I forget and get out of here today, a big thank you to our camera operator here today, Michael Penn, who is high atop the pitch here today for us, bringing you the camera shots. And he is earning his money here today. No tent, no umbrella, no shade, high atop. I can see the sweat dripping down like raindrops. Free kick here for the Hawks late in the second half. Just a little under 4 minutes remaining. Rosa Williams will send it. Kova had it for a moment. Knocked away. Offsides call going to go against the Hawks. So like it was number 9, Nandi Carpenter. 3-1 South Georgia. Well, we scored 1 to tie it in the final 60 seconds last Wednesday. Can we score 2 in the final 3 minutes today? Gonna have to hurry. The header from Kara is knocked away. Cuviello chasing it down here for the Highlanders. Carpenter has it. Now over to Park. Park tripped up, and there's the whistle. Highlanders still playing hard, even though down 2 late. Zipporah Chile with the free kick. Zipporah sending it down, trying to find Kara. Now Carpenter back with it. Here in midfield. Working on Elizabeth Ramirez. Ramirez with a nice sliding stop to break it up. But the Hawks come right back and steal it away. 2 minutes left on the clock. There's McCoy. Bringing it up to Fillingham. Georgia with a good look. Got to stop and wait on it. She'll recover. And Georgia's kick is a little wide right. Didn't have a lot on that one. Actually, boy, she had a chance. She could have reset for a second. Probably could have dribbled a few more feet forward and got a little more on that shot. But it looks like it may have been deflected. And the Highlanders are going to get a corner kick. Olivia Park, number 11, will kick it for Gordon State, as we have less than 2 minutes left on the clock. And here it comes. A header. McCoy with a look. Cleared away. Highlanders have it back. A great stop in the goal by Dinara Figueroa. Highlanders with 2 shots, but could not get one to fall. And a great stop by Figueroa to keep the Highlanders off the board. Late in the second half, final seconds. South Georgia State on top by 2. Here's Maroney on the throw in. It's out of bounds. She'll go chase it down. And our clock is showing 15 seconds remaining. I don't think we're too far off. So we are in the final few seconds of the second half, and South Georgia State is well on their way to the number 1 seed in the conference tournament. Throw in here from the Hawks as our clock has expired. Tanner with a diving save. And we should be getting the final whistle here within any second. Pass is stolen by the Hawks, and there is the whistle. So it's going to be a 3-1 victory here today for South Georgia State. And with the win, the Hawks will clinch the number 1 seed in the conference tournament that will start next week. So they will open the tournament at home. That should be coming up on Tuesday the 21st. Gordon State still with a shot to clinch the number 2 seed, but it's going to come down to tomorrow night. The Highlanders are going to have to get a win over Andrew College. More on that and final recap from Gordon State coming your way right after this timeout.
Highlanders Forward is more than a rallying cry. It's a way of being. At Gordon State College, Highlanders move towards a bright future with an affordable, high-quality education that sets them up for lifelong success. Our students pursue their passions through nearly 30 exceptional degree programs that lead to exciting careers across the globe. They work towards academic excellence in challenging courses taught by exceptional faculty who support them along the way. They evolve as global citizens through study abroad programs, career-focused internships, and meaningful research and service initiatives that connect them to the world they live in. As graduates, Highlanders move confidently into their futures after earning valuable degrees at a fraction of the cost elsewhere. Gordon State College is the place where forward thinkers launch their dreams and shape better lives for themselves and their families. Start the journey to your future at Gordon State College. Apply today.
Three to one, our final here today at Gordon State College as we welcome you back inside the Advanced Roofing and Interiors broadcast booth for one final time here today. Highlanders made a game out of it in the second half. A goal with 24 minutes to play by Georgia Fillingham made it 2-1, but it was just too much Hawks here today. They led 2-0 at halftime. They got first half goals today by Bailey Maroney. She scored in the 27th minute. Addie Miller in the 22nd minute. Addie Miller almost had 4 goals today. She got credit with 1, but was just inches away from having 3 or 4 today. So great play by number 17, Addie Miller, today for the Hawks. In the second half, the Hawks got their third and final goal with 9 minutes remaining. The nail in the coffin by number 3, Jelia Neff. That made it 3-1, and as you can see on your screen, that is what we ended up here this afternoon. Again, congratulations to the Hawks of South Georgia State. They will clinch the number 1 seed in the tournament. They will finish the regular season 9-2 overall and 9-1 in conference play. The Highlanders now sitting at 7-3-1, 6-2-1 in the conference play, and we will take on Andrew College tomorrow night for our final game of the regular season. It's pretty simple for Gordon State. A win tomorrow night, and we clinch the number 2 seed, and we'll host a first-round playoff game next week in the GCAA Conference Tournament. So that's all she wrote here today. 3-1 is our final score from Gordon State College. Highlanders fall, but we're back tomorrow night to wrap up the regular season. Again, 6:30 is when we'll get started. We hope you could come out and join us here at the Athletic Complex at Gordon State. But if you can't, be sure to tune in right here to the live stream on the K13 Media YouTube channel. We'll have all the action for you to wrap up the regular season. Once again, for Michael Penn, our camera operator, I'm Chad Feltman with K13 Media.